fear, neglect, abuse, drugs, alcohol, fighting, trauma. Mom? Dad?
Seems it's never easy to talk about child victims of sexual and physical abuse, the youngest, smallest, most innocent among us. Most of us have no idea just how prevalent it really is here in our community. In Spokane County alone, 5,431 children were victims of abuse or neglect in 2015. Most often, children are abused by a family member, caregiver, or someone they know, not by a stranger. For nearly 30 years, Partners with Families and Children has done the difficult, often gut-wrenching work of meeting this tragic and growing epidemic head-on. The only agency of its kind in the Inland Northwest, Partners is committed to preventing, interrupting, repairing, and ultimately breaking the cycles of abuse and neglect within families. A kind of social safety net with the capability of providing holistic, supportive services to families and children caught in a generational cycle of abuse.
We continue to see the number of children coming through the hospital rise every year. We have more and more medical consults that Partners is helping us with. So, unfortunately, this is something that's been around for a long time when we think of physical and sexual or even mental abuse of children, of domestic violence, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So, if anything, we need more services in town, and that's what Partners is doing. We're trying to make sure that we have enough providers to keep up with the needs of the city.
Partners with Families and Children is the only resource in Eastern Washington to provide specialized medical examinations, child forensic interviews, and child legal advocacy for suspected victims of child abuse, all under one roof in a child-friendly environment, as well as follow-up supportive counseling services.
At its core, the Child Advocacy Center is all about teamwork. So rather than having a child taken from agency to agency, the CAC model alleviates trauma by bringing the services to the child through a multidisciplinary team approach. We work collaboratively through investigation and prosecution to bring the perpetrators to justice and to provide treatment that results in effective, long-term, child-centered healing.
I was about 8 years old when I was sexually abused by a family friend, and then I just lived with my mom until I was about 12 years old, and then I moved in with my dad. My dad was an alcoholic, and he just didn't really care what I did. The turning point was when I finally got to Partners. I had met Christy, and I told her about the alcoholism in my family. I told her about the abuse. That's when the healing process started, and I felt like there was hope. And it was actually there.
It's staggering to realize that 42.5 million Americans, that's 1 in 5 adults, have a diagnosable mental health condition, and that 12% of children live with a parent with a substance use disorder. Since 2004, Partners has been licensed by the State of Washington Department of Social and Health Services to provide outpatient substance use disorders treatment and mental health services. Partners' uniquely successful model of child and family team coordination brings together the whole family alongside essential community service partners with the goal of meeting the needs of the entire family unit. Everything we do encircles families with security and support so that they can thrive and live healthy, productive lives.
I'm an alcoholic. I lost everything from my daughter to my job, my house, and almost my life. My experience at Partners was great. They gave me that stern guidance and criticism that I needed and held me accountable to my actions. I struggled with thoughts throughout a lot of it, just thinking, man, is this gonna stick? And it was really towards the end of my treatment that it dawned on me that my confidence boosted. That was kind of the point where it's like, everything is gonna be okay.
My drug of choice was meth. I was addicted for about 5 years. It completely spun out of control. I ended up homeless. I lost custody of my son. I ended up getting CPS involved with my daughter, and so I lost her. I ended up in jail. I decided to check myself into Partners with Families and Children. There I did a intensive outpatient program, which is 3 times a week. I worked really hard, did it diligently. It wasn't easy. I had a great group of people behind me the whole way, and I did it. My life today is amazing. I have almost 3 years clean. I went to school, I graduated, and now I'm working a TIG welder, so that's a lot of fun. I have healthy relationships today. That's something that I haven't had for a very long time. I get to provide for my children. I get to wake up with them every morning and take them to school and just be a mom and be happy. Yeah, I'm really happy.
Today I work at an early learning daycare center. I know some of the parents are drug users and drink all the time, and I know what those kids are really going through, and I just want to be there for them to show them that I love them and not to give up, and I just want them to know that they don't ever have to give up.
Today, I have my daughter with me full time. Even though she doesn't say it, I know that she sees a huge change. She's just a happy-go-lucky little girl. There's no better way to wake up than guilt-free and sober.
With relentless optimism, tangible hope, and shared purpose, we are Partners with Families and Children.